All right, now we are doing Rachel Berger. And Rachel, you said that you were thinking about doing your speech over epilepsy, that you were diagnosed with it at a young age. You know a fair amount about it, but you've never really done much research. Your credibility is already there. Make sure you establish that right off the start. There are a lot of old wives' tales about epilepsy. You might want to do a little bit about the history of how people with epilepsy were treated in the primitive old days, which aren't too far away from now. I had a friend who had epilepsy, and not the kind that people recognize and they show on all the medical shows. In fact, his brother stood next to me one time at a softball game and said, "Hold up for a second, Todd's having a seizure." And I looked out, and Todd was just standing out in the center field and just standing there. I saw nothing at all. And a few minutes later, his brother said, "Okay, he's okay now." And it's like, whoa, that doesn't even fit with what we've been told a seizure looks like. And Todd had multiple seizures every day, and eventually he went to Canada and had an operation to try to relieve some of it, and there was some relative success with that. But again, you see how the stories come in, and a lot of people think the seizure is the drop down to the ground, and also the old wives' tales about they'll swallow their tongue. You got to get something between their teeth and all of that stuff. You got a lot you could talk about there and present a better understanding of what it is, and then of course what's happening in science today. How well can it be controlled? My understanding is that in most cases, if not all, you're not allowed to drive a car. And so talk about those kinds of things. This could be a very, very interesting speech, and you've got a lot of possibilities there. So good luck, and I'm looking forward to that one. Let's take a look next at Melissa Starner. And Melissa, your speech is coming up here, your outline of what you wanted to do. So let's take a look and see how fast the computer is going to come up with this. And it's not being real fast, but there's something coming on the screen now. So let's see what it has to say. Your idea would be on multiple sclerosis. All right, your mother has MS. I think it'd be a great topic to inform people about what it is, what the symptoms are. Also, two of your friends have MS, so you can get three different sides of it. Not everyone has the same symptoms. Point in question. Now, I don't know which campus you're at, but if you're at the Bloomington campus, Elizabeth Lyons, who's in our Student Affairs Department, one of our counselors in that, has MS. She's married to Mick Lyons, the women's soccer coach at IU. He has MS, something that they discovered after they were married, did not know about it going into it. It's kind of unusual that two people would discover that they both have MS. Elizabeth still runs marathons. She's talked to my classes and talked about what the symptoms are and what you do about it, about what some of the drugs are that you can take. It's an eminently interesting topic. You obviously will bring to it an amount of credibility, and I think that is just magnificent, and run with it. Jamie Privet says that great topic. The fact you know three people to get testimonies from will help you with your speech. You could also speak about Montel Williams. Good point. He's which brings in a whole area of famous people with epilepsy, and famous people that other people didn't realize had epilepsy, and what they have done, what they've contributed to society, those kinds of things. So you have a lot of possibilities there to talk about and begin to inform people. We're going to move next to Jocelyn Steele, and she says she's thought about different things, explaining the history of the American idioms, such as mind your P's and Q's and a piece of cake. This comes into folklore and folk studies. There are whole departments of this in various colleges. Very, very interesting. A stitch in time, all of those things that we say. Where do they come from? Do they have any significance at all? Those kinds of things can be very, very interesting. You could also talk about Clara Barton, who is the founder of the American Red Cross. Historic stuff is a little tougher. These mind your P's and Q's. Boy, think about how many different things you could come up with that people have heard, and then you could do something about the origins of it. Clara Barton's interesting. You've got a story to tell. What's your expertise or what's your credibility? And of the two, one's going to take a lot of storytelling ability, and the other one could be quite interesting in terms of telling a story and letting us know things that we probably don't already know. Next up, we'll take a look at Jamie Privet and see what her speech suggestion is, and it's coming up slowly right now. Jamie's page is about to reveal on the computer, and boy, are the computers running slow today. Okay, Jamie, you were talking about doing a speech on either the origins of superstitions. All right, you heard what Jocelyn was talking about, and the 7 wonders of the world. Very, very interesting. Superstitions say would be fun and interesting. Topic 7 wonders of the world would be even more conservative yet interesting. Good points. Now, what's your credibility on that? How are you going to introduce it? How are you going to handle it? Maybe your first choice is a little bit better than the 7 wonders of the world, but both are interesting. Both are things that people have heard about and don't know much about, so you have a good possibility there of doing something. And then let's go finally to Brittany Howard and see what Brittany has come up with. And the computer is moving to that now. And let's see, Brittany, you're talking about children who sit in front of a TV, play video games instead of doing some activity. You want to list the effects of all this, but you might change your mind and do something about a place. Okay, great topic. Don't forget the We videos now involve people in physical activity, so it's no longer passive. You might want to say, in the old days, people sat in front of video consoles and, got lost. And now, even nursing homes are using We Video to get people up and active and moving and things like that. You've got a wonderful topic there if you do a little contrasting and comparing. And again, it's how did we get from video that people just passively participated in to videos where they actually can be helpful physically. Good topics. Now, real quick. A lot of you, I can count how many of you have seen these videos, and some of you quit watching as soon as your name is mentioned, your fantasy name or your real name. Problem is, I'm going to start saying things in the very end, and unless you watch all of them, you're going to miss something, and it could be crucial. You should watch all of the videos because I say things that could help you that I say to somebody else. So you should be paying attention to all of these videos, and we'll be talking more about that next time. So that's it for now. Have fun with the speeches. Enjoy. Tell stories. Please don't just get boring and give a bunch of facts and figures. Take care.